Hey guys, this is Snack Deck 8 and welcome to the finale of Mario Kart 8. Of course we got dumb Luigi, looking dumber than he ever has before, as our freaking title screen guy. But ain't nothing gonna bring us down today. Let's finish up strong. 150cc, and today we're gonna be playing as my most precious special character, Baby Rosalina. My main! I'm serious! And of course we're picking the Streetle. We're going to go with the blue wheels. And we're going to go with the flower flyer. This is my setup. This is my kart that I always play. The kart that I've like earned all of my skill at this game with. All of my VR or my points online. Like, this is the setup. This is the one. This Baby Roro setup. Look at all that. Look at that handling and acceleration. And I think I picked the blue wheels because they give a little bit more speed to this setup. But this is Baby Rosalina. As far as like, if you could say there are tiers in this game, she is the lowest. Like, but I just love her. I don't know why. I kind of started playing as her as a joke, and then it developed a very strong like legitimate affection. I don't know what it is, but she's my main. This is the kart. I don't know. That's how it is. And we're gonna do the special cup today, the last of the 12 cups in the game, and a pretty solid one, I have to say. So let's get started. I can't believe it's ending already. Well, I mean, this is one of those ones where I'm just like, all right, yeah, this is the end. Because it's been such a such a spontaneous and just like lightning paced like session and recording and LP in general. It's just gone by so fast, about as fast as I'm gonna tear through these special cup tracks. First up, we have Cloudtop Cruise. This one is very cool. I would probably put this in my second tier from the top, like not one of my all-time favorites of this, but one of my very solid boy ones. When I first saw this in the trailers for the game, I really thought it was gonna be Sky Garden from Super Circuit, and it's not. Sky Garden actually was in Mario Kart DS. I don't know if I just forgot about that. Not that it's unheard of for tracks to, ooh, these shells! Not it's unheard of for tracks to, you know, be in multiple games as retro courses, but I really thought this was that, and it's not. But what we did get out of it is something I think that's a lot cooler, and that's Cloudtop Cruise. I take credit for the nickname that I made up for this course, which is Beanstalk Boogie. It's a very dumb snack kind of nickname, but I don't know, this one is just very cool. It's got great music. This is actually the track that pays homage to Mario Galaxy. If we listen here, there's some Gusty Garden melody in there, which is neat. You know, like I said in, well, I don't know if did I say this in the Galaxy LP that Gusty Garden's a little overplayed, like it's just a little too popular. I think that a little bit. I think it's a great song still though. But that's in this. We haven't really talked too much about the course. I love this. Oh no! This ending area here, which can really make or break your game a lot of the time. There's these different boost pads, and they sort of alternate which one is going to be shocked by lightning, which is very cool. So you know, if you do good, if you're successful in that part, then you can come out on top, or if you get zapped, you can lose in like the very last seconds, and it's neat. Of course, you have this regular sort of cloud top area here. These little balloon bumpy things that you can trick off of. This part coming up is actually very reminiscent to me of the Bowser Airship Fortress course, also from Mario Kart DS. And we go through one of these cannons, and then back to the Thunderhead area, which I think is probably the coolest part. It's probably where the music gets really cool too, because it goes into the electric guitar mode. Ooh. And then the last cool aspect is there's like a question block here that's like an old, like ancient giant question block, and I guess that's what the beanstalk is growing out of. And beanstalks do grow out of question blocks in Mario, so it's sort of a cool like tie-in, a very well designed course, I think. and fun to play on too. I just like the. I always have liked the sky as a setting, so this is it's a good one. We're gonna move onward. Man, my throat is killing me. 6 episodes of an LP where I do not stop talking at all really will put a strain on your voice. I drank some really cold water a second ago, so like I don't think it helped. It like made my throat's got like a lump in it now. Anyway, here's Bone Dry Dunes. This used to be everyone's least favorite course for like ever. And I will say it's not one of my faves, but especially with the advent of the DLC, which it did introduce a lot of great tracks, but it also introduced a lot of poop ones. My opinions on Bone Dry Dunes have softened. I don't think it's that bad. Stuff has come along that I've liked less, for sure. But I think of the Special Cup, this is probably the least interesting one. It's got a neat little music track, and I like the sort of... This reminds me of... what do you call it? Peacekeepers from Spyro. That's what I'm getting a reminiscent of here, with the sunset and the desert. There's what I will say about Bone Dry Dunes that's good is that it's got a lot of different alternate ways you can go. It's definitely a Special Cup track in that it's quite complex, but it's just not so great. It's just I think it's just a little boring visually. There is a cool part coming up though with these little toads on this sand ship, and they'll throw coins off to you. They do this in N64 Rainbow Road too, but they're on a train in that. They're on a ship here, which means you can ship them. Yeah, Bone Dry Dunes. Well, let's go the other path this time around these skull piranhas. I usually like to go up that 3D. Or why do I keep saying 3D? That zero gravity segment. But you can go here too. That red shell's going to hit me. If that had come back a little bit further, I probably could have used the piranha plant thing to avoid it. Here we have this upper portion. You can get to this by touching the sand spout that bounces you up. That path is hard to get to from the zero gravity segment, so it's sort of a trade-off about what you want. But I don't think that one's really that much faster. There's a lot of opportunities for speed boosts on zero gravity. Do we have a name for this one? I think we just call it Bone Dry Dunes. This Bone Dry Dunes has been sort of accepted as like the opposite of the Puddle Plains community. Maybe it's because there's puddles, so much water in Donut Plains 3, and if there's no water at all in this one. But Bone Dry Dunes is just sort of a joke. But we have one Puddle Splasher who it's like his favorite course. It's a guy called Michka, who doesn't make videos or anything, but he's part of our little group of friends. This is also, I guess this might be some foreshadowing. This course is Dry Bowser themed, but Dry Bowser was not in this game until the DLC came out. So maybe it foreshadowed his coming, the advent of Dry Bowser. I don't know. Dry Bowser, though, of course, was in Mario Kart Wii, so it's not like... and, you know, he was in the DS games and that stuff like that, so it's not like he was new. But, you know, it's maybe it might be a little subtle hint that he was going to be in this at some point. Anyway, we got the proper Bowser course here, Bowser's Castle, and this one frickin' rocks. This might be the best Bowser's Castle in any Mario Kart, like, ever. It's so good. And if I didn't love, you know, if the Mario Circuit GBA music wasn't so great in this game, this would hands down be my favorite track. This is the best blending of the electric guitar and the big band instruments in the whole game, for sure. It's really good. There's this part where, like, the guitar and the trumpets are like bouncing back and forth off each other. That's sort of the way that the whole song plays, and it is so freaking cool. Like, oh my god, I haven't even talked about the course yet. The course is awesome too. I don't know, this is just one of like the special ones from this game, and it's in the Special Cup, so it makes sense. I think we're gonna take this time to go over our question of the day, which of course, even this being the last episode, we are gonna have a question, and it's Baby Rosalina is my favorite Mario Kart racer in this game. What's your favorite racer in Mario Kart? You know, just character to play as. Who do you like to be? Like I mentioned, I really like Diddy Kong. He's not in this, but I like him. I like Baby Rosalina. I like Bowser. He was like the first person I used to always play as back on the N64 game. I used to really like Bowser. I don't know, but they're all good. You just love the Mario cast. And I guess we should talk about this course a little bit. I'm trying to show off all the different paths. I usually take that left path. I don't know why. I think really the big standout of this track, other than the music, is that big Bowser Golem thing in the middle that kind of punches the course and it creates jumps and tricks. But it's really cool. We got the Mario 3 like laser things here. So like nice little nod down through Bowser's halls. The music is so good. And these cool fire bar segment, this ball and chain thing, like really a lot of variety in the area that you go through. And then the big smushy Bowser, which I think I'm actually gonna get smashed by. There we go. Lost some time there, but I think we'll be okay. Here's a zero gravity segment, an up and down. And then you like break out into this lava pit. I don't know if you can get hit by these things. I think you can. But the hitbox is pretty forgiving. And then we got some falling rocks, I guess. This may be not the most interesting part of the course. But just in general, great. And I think I've always loved Bowser Castle in Mario Kart in general. I think even more than Rainbow Road, this is the one I look forward to of like the returning types of courses the most. Like, I liked Wii's, I like Double Dashes, 64s is obviously a classic. Just Bowser's Castle is just dope. And this is like the best one, honestly. The same, I don't think I can necessarily say for the course coming up here. Of course, it's the end of the Special Cup, which is always Rainbow Road. And as far as Wii U's Rainbow Road goes, I think visually it looks really great. But playing on it is not my favorite. We used to be really hard on this course too. But maybe like my opinion on Bone Dry Dunes, it has softened a little. And I think it's serviceable. It's a pretty cool track, but I just don't think it lives up to like the hype of a Rainbow Road as much. But the take here is that it's like a space station. I guess Rainbow Road has really sort of become like a space kind of track recently. It didn't used to be. I always thought it was more like you're just in the night sky, like 64 and that. But after maybe it was DS or Wii's Rainbow Road, it really kind of became like, oh, it's in space. And this one really plays on that by just being a total space station with like blooper shuttles and like Toads broadcasting out. I like this little end bit because it really reminds me of Mario Kart Stadium, the very first track in the game. It's like a nice little closing point. But is it the best Mario? Is it the best Rainbow Road? No, I don't think it is. Pixel Plume, my buddy who did the Barbie LP with me, really loves this one. But he just likes rainbow things. Go watch a Pixel Plume video, like especially an old Pixel Plume video. And there'll be a rainbow filter on the thumbnail, like for every single one. Oh, but I digress. Oh man, this is the very end, and we are gonna get first. Don't even try to give us anything else. Here's a star. It's the first star we've ever gotten in this project. I feel like we have not seen very many exciting items just because I've been in first for so many of the different courses and laps and stuff. Let's hunt them down though. Let's get some boosts here. This will help us. Woo! Oh! Oh man, I thought I had her there. Oh, I hit somebody behind me. Somebody got hit by that. We call this course Spaceport Beta. It's a little play on Spaceport Alpha, the track from Diddy Kong Racing, which I mentioned liking a couple episodes ago. Actually, the name for Bowser's Castle is Bowser's Heavy Castle, just cause my friends and I are obsessed with finding out which Mario Kart tracks are the heaviest. It's just a dumb thing we do. And because that track has just got such a heavy tune. I do really like the music for this one too. I think it's I love the little space synth thing. It's just very cute. That's a good track for Baby Roro too. I think I would call this like her. This might be like her track, I would think. Oh man, oh, blue shell at the very end. No! Don't. Okay, good. And we did it! We did it! That's Mario Kart 8. All the tracks beat. And of course, we got a great 3-star for the special cup. Our final cup of the game. Let's go watch that highlight reel. Oh man. Whoo! What a great one. Maybe I'll use that angle. I don't know. Or that. I don't know. Show me some other cute Roros. I mentioned Baby. I think I've said Baby Roro was Baby Rosalina was my bae at one point in like one of the early episodes. I'm sure I'm gonna get a comment about this, but you know, just to clarify, I meant that in the least creepy way possible. Just what I meant was, because I said Rosalina was my bae. What I meant was that Baby Rosalina is my favorite racer in the game. So it did not mean I was like infatuated with a child. Oh, there was that cool shell hit. Alright, let's watch our final results screen and we'll see how we did. It's gonna show us our Cloudtop cruise, we did good on that one. We got zapped by lightning. I think this always shows like a time you got hit or something too. But there it is. All firsts, special cup, and that's gonna do it for this game. And of course, we got our cool crown trophy with like a doily or something. I don't know. Very regal looking. Very fitting for a young baby space princess. Very fitting for the last trophy of the game. And okay, this is the very same credits as before. I don't think I'm gonna edit out the credits in that other episode. Maybe I could, but now is really when we're gonna say our closing thoughts on the project and the game in general. One thing I will say is that I was pretty nervous to play this actually. I think when it comes to LPing, and people, you know, who watch my channel will know this, I've always picked games that were very heavily story or single player focused. I always have picked games that the main draw is going to be the single player mode. Not to say none of them had multiplayer or anything or any component like that, but it's always been sort of like long form stuff, and the reason I pick those games is because I think that I'll have something to talk about if I pick those. And you know, when thinking about a game like this, I'll always see these kind of LPs and I'll be like, you know, I might like to do a Mario Kart, maybe a Mario Party or something that's you know, more multiplayer centric, but oh man, I just wouldn't have anything to talk about. And I think that's always been my reservation when it comes to getting into stuff like this. And with this LP, you know, I'm not sure yet exactly how it came out. I feel like I maybe didn't get to say all that I wanted to, or I maybe said some things weird or didn't explain myself right. But it was really just sort of a new way to kind of grow as, you know, a person who does Let's Plays and doing a game like this. And I think the reason why it did come out like it did, where I really did feel like I had stuff to talk about, maybe almost even too much, like I mentioned, is because there's just so much to talk about in Mario Kart 8, because I love the game so much. Again, can't stress enough how this is like the best Wii U game, like worth buying a Wii U for, especially if you got friends who play it. And it's just, you know, the best Mario Kart is just so good. And I think that really was what, you know, that really was the soul of this project, and I hope you guys got that too, was that I just love the game so much and just wanted to have fun playing through it and talking about what I like about it with you guys. And, you know, looking at it that way, it's no different than any other LP I've done. So I really feel like it was sort of a growth for me, and I do want to, like, continue to grow my channel in new and different ways. I think some of the videos you'll see coming up are stuff that have honestly nothing even to do with Let's Plays at all. And I just want to continue to keep doing what I want and having Snack Attack 8 open as my own creative outlet. And this might be, you know, one of the early predecessors of that, so I'm reworking my ways. Anyway, as far as other thoughts about the game, you guys get, I think, at this point how much I love it. But it really does have just huge sentimental value to me because this is the most fun, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but this is the most fun I've ever had with a multiplayer game. I think it was one of our questions one of the days, or multiplayer Mario Kart memories. This is the most fun I've ever had with a Mario Kart playing with friends, the most fun I've ever had with a multiplayer game, most fun I've ever had with a game on launch, maybe, ever. I know I talked about this with my friend King Kianzan the other day, and we've talked about this before, and he agreed, like, I don't know, I just have such great memories of playing this with all my friends that I have now, or a lot of friends, right when I was just getting to know them, and it's just special to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting to go through the game with me. Till next time, I've been Snack Attack 8. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Mario Kart 8.